What's up guys, Milton Monkey here and welcome to episode 2 of Inform FIFA. Now a couple of you made some suggestions in the comments yesterday about how I should change this series to make it as entertaining as possible. I've took those on board and I've decided to include a new part to the series. So every 5 games I'm going to be introducing something called the transfer market. Now on the screen you can see we're going into our first game. I'll get into that in a second. But the transfer market is going to be where I can sign players. Now I'm not allowed to sign any players. I have to specifically sign players that have informs, but I'm not allowed to get their informs. So basically, for example, I could get Karim Benzema because he has a blue card, and I believe he's got 2 informs, an upgrade as well. So I could get his normal version, but I'm only allowed to get him after that 5th match. So in the couple of games time, which will be at the end of this episode, I believe, or start of tomorrow's episode, hopefully we'll be able to go into the transfer window, because to be honest, this starter team is nowhere near good enough to play with. But saying that, in this first game we took the lead after just 7 minutes with Santana with the silky finish, rebound off the goalkeeper. He didn't have much to do really. The goalkeeper sort of got back in position, but it was a good run from Kjorten to get back towards the goal, but Santana was always going to finish it. Sorry about my phone going off. But Santana breaking through again, slipped the ball into Kalmar. We all remembered his finish from last game. He repeated it right here with another finesse shot into the bottom right hand corner. Our centre mid looks pretty good. I believe he's about 6'2", and he's got some decent pace and decent finish, as you've seen. So he could be one we keep rather than selling in our transfer market time. We're pretty much all over our opponent at this point. Kalmar breaking through again, skips past 2 challengers, left foot strike into the top corner, no stopping that one, and 3-0. The game looks like it's been killed before half time. 42 minutes in, and Kalmar with 2 goals. Looks pretty comfortable from here, and as you can see in a second, half time we were pretty comfortable, it's safe to say. Let's have a look at the stats. Yeah, you can see that I had 6 shots on target and 8 shots. He had absolutely nothing in that first half. And we repeated it in the second half. Santana breaking through on goal here. Just to him against the keeper. And he finished it with a thunderous right-footed strike into the bottom corner. Again, no stopping that. And if the game was in doubt before at 3-0, it certainly isn't now. 4-0 victory. Looks like it's going to be that. 78 minutes in. Santana again with another finish. Our silver player. He's not too quick, but he's certainly got a shot on him. Now this is Ferreira. I'm not sure what position he plays, but beautiful little run, bit of poor defending, and a lovely finesse shot with his left foot into the top corner. Another one that the goalkeeper didn't have a chance with. Seemed to be pretty decent finishing when we're in front of goal, and we were honestly all over this guy. And that is actually how this match ended, I believe. No, there is time for one more, is there? No, that was the final whistle. We won the match 5-0, which I suppose is a pretty good result. Kalmar with 2 goals, Santana with 2 goals, and Pereira with a finisher. So 5-0 victory, Kalmar getting the man of the match. So we're now 3 games in, 1 game won, 2 games lost. A little bit disappointed to lose those 2 games, but to be honest, I've never had such a bad starter team. So as you can see from the stats there, he had no shots on target. We had 11, completely dominant of our opponent. So going into our second game here, we came up against an opponent that was pretty decent, if I'm perfectly honest. We had similar teams, sort of similar starter teams, but this guy was a good player. To be honest, I think he was better than me. I don't claim to be anything good at FIFA, but he was probably better than me. He had less chemistry, but his players were a little bit faster and seemed to just outstrength me every single time I got the ball, and it showed in the game. He took the lead here. Sorry, I took the lead here. Kjorten with a shot, rebounded off the post, and he was finish it with a left foot to strike. It was into an open net. It was a pretty easy finish, but as you can see, breaking through a goal here. Was unlucky with the first chance with it coming off the post, but he was there to hit home on the rebound. Unfortunately though, at half time, just before it, I believe it was Walsh that managed to equalise for him. Maybe? Is it Walsh? Yes, it is. It was Welsh, sorry. I'm trying to remember from ages ago. It was a finesse shot from the left-hand side of the box, and the goalkeeper could have done maybe a little bit better. I thought the defender might be able to get across to it, but unfortunately it wasn't, and we go into half-time 1-1 because of that strike. This Welsh guy was tearing me apart in this game, I'm not going to lie to you. He seemed to just be a better player, sort of to be similar to Kalmar, but a little bit smaller and quicker. And into the second half, his dominance continued with McMahon breaking down the left-hand side, crossed it in towards Aram, I believe it's pronounced, and he finished with a header from close range, and the goalkeeper again at that close range, didn't have much of a chance to save it, and it was a pretty disappointing game from then on, and that unfortunately was actually how it finished. So that's 2 losses. That's 3 losses now, which is really disappointing. After my road to glory that I did quite a while ago, I managed to get off to a pretty good start on it, but this team that I had was nowhere near good enough to compete with some people. So after this next game, it's going to be transfer market time, and we need to spend some money to definitely make some changes to the team. So we're going into our next match in just a second. As you can see, Rath, I think it was, got the man of the match for us, our centre-back. No player above 7.5 rating, which was extremely disappointing for us. As, I don't know, we didn't particularly have a shot at the game after he scored the second goal. It seemed to be a pretty standard game, if you like. And going into our final game now, I just want to do a quick shout out to Manchester Titan, because he is doing me some graphics for the transfer market, and he's doing me some graphics for a little intro for this series, so hopefully it's going to be pretty good stuff. But the next game we come up against a player that had 4 silver players. He's actually gone out and bought them, and again, this was one of those games I wasn't particularly looking forward to. In the rain, he had 4 silver players, so he was obviously going to dominate up front, and our defence made a little bit of a mistake here. Marilungu finessed it with his left foot into the top corner, and after just 14 minutes we were 1 goal behind, and unfortunately that was pretty much how the game was going to go. After 25 minutes, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, cut inside, gave it to Lyons, and another left foot finesse shot right into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper had no chance again. I believe it's these 4 silver players that were just causing me a lot of problems in defence, because our defence is extremely poor. But I wasn't going to give up, and in the 34th minute I managed to claw one back with Santana. I remember hitting the post with Barker, one of the centre mids I have, with a beautiful long shot just a bit before, but I didn't put it in the highlights. Santana, though, clawed one back. Could we get back into the game? We weren't particularly in the game at all, in my opinion. He deserved the lead that he had, and then he pretty much killed the game in the 90th minute. I was going all out attack to try and claw something back, a draw, because we're either going to draw or I was going to lose, pretty much. So I wasn't going to just sit down and let him win, and he made sure he won, though, with McAllister in the 90th minute. I'm not sure whether he cut it back or whether it came off the goalkeeper. I'm not sure what happened, but it was an empty net for him to just simply pop the ball into. Unfortunately, that is our 4th loss. Only 1 win. We've played 5 games. We can finally get into the transfer market and spend some of the money that we need to spend to make this team a little bit better. Santana getting the man of the match for our team, and we picked up a decent amount of coins, I suppose 566 to put towards the next episode. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'd appreciate if you could leave a like on this episode, as it really does help me a lot. And thank you for watching once again. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.